Creepy True Stories, where reality takes a spine-tingling twist. Brace yourselves for a journey into the unknown, as we unearth chilling tales and unsolved mysteries that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Prepare to be captivated, intrigued, and haunted by the truth, because here, the darkness has a story to tell. In the heart of the dense, ancient forest, where shadows clung to every tree and eerie whispers seemed to ride the breeze, there lay a dark secret, a mystery that had confounded generations of explorers, thrill-seekers, and curious souls alike. It was a place of unsolved enigmas, a wilderness teeming with tales that would send shivers down your spine. One moonless night, a group of intrepid adventurers, drawn by the allure of the unknown, ventured deep into the heart of these woods. Their footsteps were hushed by the thick layer of fallen leaves, and an uncanny stillness hung in the air, broken only by the occasional rustle of unseen creatures. As they delved deeper into the forest's gloom, their lanterns cast eerie shadows on gnarled tree trunks, and the forest seemed to come alive with unsettling sounds. Twigs snapped underfoot, and whispers brushed against their ears like ghostly fingers. The group reached a clearing bathed in an otherworldly, silvery light, where a long-abandoned cabin stood. Its windows were shattered, and its time-worn walls bore the scars of time's passage. The air grew colder, and unease settled upon them like a heavy shroud. They decided to explore the cabin, convinced that it held the key to the forest's dark secret. Inside, they discovered an old, tattered journal, its pages filled with cryptic entries and drawings that hinted at something sinister lurking within the woods. As they continued to decipher the journal's cryptic messages, they became aware of an unsettling presence. Whispers grew louder, and shadows seemed to writhe around them. Suddenly, the lanterns flickered and went out, plunging them into utter darkness. Panic set in as they fumbled for their flashlights, their hearts pounding in their chests. In the pitch-black void, they heard something that froze their blood, a bone-chilling, inhuman laughter that echoed from all directions. It was a laughter devoid of mirth, a haunting cacophony that sent waves of terror through their souls. In a desperate bid to escape, they stumbled blindly through the cabin, tripping over debris, and colliding with each other. The malevolent laughter pursued them, drawing closer with every step. Finally, they burst out of the cabin into the cold night. Their flashlights revealed a horrifying sight, a circle of towering trees encircling them, their branches entwined, forming an impenetrable barrier. In a frenzy, they tried to cut through the dense underbrush, but their efforts were futile. The forest had them ensnared, and it had no intention of letting them go. As the laughter grew louder and more deranged, they huddled together, trembling in the darkness. That's when they realized the horrifying truth: the forest itself was the dark secret, a sentient entity that hungered for their fear. In a final, desperate act, they began to recite the cryptic incantations from the journal, hoping to appease the malevolent force that surrounded them. Slowly, the laughter began to fade, and the trees released their grasp. Exhausted and shaken, they stumbled back to the edge of the forest, their minds haunted by the night's events. They had unlocked the forest's dark secret, but at a terrible price. They had glimpsed the true nature of the wilderness, a sentient, malevolent entity that hungered for their fear. The group never spoke of that night again, for they had learned that some mysteries were best left unsolved, and some secrets were better off buried in the depths of the forest, where they could torment the souls of those who dared to seek them out. Years passed, and the memory of that fateful night began to fade, but it never truly left them. Each member of the group carried the weight of that experience with them, a heavy burden that tainted their dreams and cast long shadows over their lives. They tried to move on, to convince themselves that it had all been a collective hallucination brought on by fear and exhaustion. But deep down, they knew the forest held a dark secret, a malevolent force that defied rational explanation. One by one, the group members experienced inexplicable phenomena, nightmares that felt all too real, strange occurrences in their homes, and a pervasive sense of being watched. The forest's dark secret had not let them go, it had tethered itself to their souls. Desperate to break free from the curse that had befallen them, they decided to return to the forest, armed with the knowledge they had gained from the tattered journal. They believed that if they could unlock the secrets of the forest's malevolence, they might finally find peace. Their return to the forest was marked by trepidation and a sense of grim determination. They retraced their steps to the decrepit cabin, journal in hand, and began to perform the incantations once more. The air grew charged with energy, and the forest responded with an eerie, anticipatory silence. As they delved deeper into the ritual, the forest came alive, its ancient trees swaying in a spectral dance, and the shadows taking on a sinister life of their own. The malevolent laughter returned, echoing through the trees, but this time, it held a hint of desperation. The group continued their incantations, their voices shaking but resolute. They were determined to confront the forest's dark secret head-on, to wrest control from the malevolent force that had haunted them for so long. And then, in a blinding flash of light and a deafening roar, the forest's true form was revealed. It was not just a malevolent entity, it was a prison, a cosmic anomaly that had ensnared countless souls over the centuries, feeding on their fear and torment. In a heart-stopping twist, they realized that they were not the first to be trapped in this nightmarish realm. Ghostly apparitions of those who had suffered a similar fate materialized around them, their faces twisted in eternal anguish. With newfound determination, the group chanted the final verses of the incantation, unleashing a surge of energy that shattered the forest's hold. The malevolent force screamed in agony, and the spectral prison crumbled. As the forest's dark secret dissipated, the apparitions of the trapped souls were set free, their expressions turning from torment to gratitude. The group had broken the curse, but at a tremendous cost, for the forest's malevolence had been vanquished, and they were left with a sense of emptiness and loss. They emerged from the forest, forever changed by their ordeal. The dark secret had been unveiled, its mysteries solved, but the price they had paid was steep. The forest's secrets, once hidden in shadows, were now etched into their souls, a haunting reminder of the night they had dared to confront the unsolvable mysteries of the wilderness.